The console wars have been going on for a very long time. In fact, from Atari to Intellivision to Sega, ColecoVision, and many more, they've all been competing for your attention and your money. With the announcement of the ZeniMax purchase by Microsoft, and this is real this time, Microsoft actually may have charted a path back to even, at least even with PlayStation. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, hiss and foes, welcome to the Culture Casino!
Let's face it, over the last 7 years, PlayStation has led the pack in the console wars. This entire generation of consoles came down to title availability. That meant exclusive titles, or for a permanent basis, or for a prescribed period of time. And with no other platform release, maybe with the possibility of PC in the future. Now, this shaped the console wars in a huge way, and will likely continue to do so in the next generation. In fact, if you've looked at the PlayStation announcements for their game-exclusive titles, it's one of the things that have interested most gamers in the next generation of these consoles. So here's how all of it's going to break down, or how it currently breaks down, or at least the way that it has through March of 2020. PlayStation currently owns 52% of the market with the PS4. And even in the numbers in 2019, which are the best numbers that we have at the moment, it outsells the Xbox by nearly 3-1. The Nintendo Switch, however, only launched 3 years ago and has already raced past the Xbox in total units sold. This has given Nintendo the edge in the market and is putting that console at about 25% of the market. That leaves the Xbox in a very disappointing third place, again at 23%. Seems to play out the same way in every generation. Now, the raw numbers of the total consoles that are sold or have sold up until March of 2020, because that's the numbers that we have right now, were 107 million total, or slightly more than that for the PS4, 51 million for the Switch, and 46 million through the Xbox through the end of March 2020. And I have to say that I'm a bit taken aback when it comes to the Nintendo, as it has made such a surge over the course of just 3 years that it's reached nearly half of all PlayStation sales. And that, of course, that console's been out for 7. It's quite impressive. Now, why is this important? Why is all of it important? Well, the exclusive titles obviously drove the growth of the PS4 and the Switch. That fact is overwhelmingly obvious. Enter ZeniMax. Now, ZeniMax Media is a privately held company, and it is in control of so many AAA titles that it's, almost hard to believe. Now, these premium titles are incredibly valuable, and if you were able to take them exclusive, they would be even more so. Do you remember back to the first of the year when it was rumored that they were being sold to Sony? Well, while that wasn't true, Microsoft probably held their breath and likely choked, being kind of terrified that they were going to lose access to a bunch of games that, Sony could make exclusive. So they went and did something about it. The deal is worth $7.5 billion in cash, and it should be completed within the next year. I guess it's gone forward through its approval process, and we will see that thing close. Now, it will give Microsoft access to a huge library of titles for its online platform in a very unfettered way, which is a huge advantage for a console company. It will also allow them to take the upcoming desirable titles exclusive. Now, this is going to be a big win in the next generation of consoles and will likely speed up the game development, as they will not work on any cross-platforming that they would normally need to until after the development production of the game for their own platform. Now, exclusive titles will give them a leg up in the console sales and perhaps prevent the lackluster performance that they had with the Xbox One. At the same time, however, this is bad news for us, the consumers. Now, as once again, you will find that you may have to forego titles in favor of whatever console that you choose. Microsoft could elect to stay console agnostic, with all of the ZeniMax brands, or with most of them, and just be satisfied with the increase in sales. At least they'd get a huge increase across the board because they would control more market share on that side of the equation. Now, this would be a win for consumers, but not for those console sales. So if I were in charge of the gaming side of Microsoft, especially if I were in charge of the consoles, I would be making a huge push to make these titles exclusive to Xbox for a period of 90 days to 6 months, and have that exclusive window help me recover the initial cost of the acquisition of ZeniMax and simultaneously drive up those console sales. Now, after all, there are many gamers like myself who will purchase both consoles out of the desperation of and desire. I don't know, desperation is a strong word, but the desire to play those titles that might not be available on the other platform. Regardless to say, the move by Microsoft today was a shift in the gaming world that will likely change the console wars for the next generation at least. Now, I know that a lot of this stuff is kind of boring for some of you, but it feeds into the entertainment narrative that, once again, we are consolidating entertainment enterprises into larger and larger conglomerates, which leave us with fewer and fewer choices and less innovation. So I think it's a net loss for us, but it might be a win for Microsoft and their stockholders and other types of investors. So anyway, thanks for joining me here today and getting a look at these numbers and what I think the real deal is here with the ZeniMax purchase by Microsoft. I hope you found some value in it, and you know, that's why I do these videos. But thanks for coming by today. Be sure to support other independent creators out there, as they certainly can and do appreciate your support. Thank you again for being a supporter of mine. I truly do appreciate it. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands. Do that for 20 seconds, guys, and you'll limit the times that you get ill. It doesn't matter what else is going on out there in the world. Just try to take care of yourself. And until next time, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.